Hey everyone, hope you're enjoying the summer. Can't believe, but we just passed the midway point of 2026, and I wanted to take just a few minutes to share a brief update, not only on the markets, but more importantly, on the planning topics we'll be discussing together during our fall review meetings with each of you. First, a quick breakdown of the markets. The first half of this year has been a good reminder, once again, that headlines and investment returns don't always move in the same direction. We've continued to see uncertainty surrounding the economy, interest rates, policy, global events, yet again, broadly diversified equity markets have delivered solid returns through the first half of this year. And while every year is a little bit different, one thing hasn't changed. Successful investing has never depended on correctly predicting the next headline. It has depended on having a thoughtful plan and the discipline to stay focused on what matters most. Now, this is also a midterm election year. Hate to say it, but historically, election cycles have often brought about periods of increased market volatility as investors are processing uncertainty. That's not unusual, and it's one of the many reasons we work hard to separate some of that short-term noise from long-term planning with each of you. So rather than trying to forecast markets or political outcomes, our role is simple: it's to help you make sound financial decisions regardless of the environment. And as we prepare for our fall review meetings, there are three planning topics we'll be spending some time on together, in addition to covering what's most important to you, your goals, and a progress review as well. So the first is taxes, specifically reviewing your 2025 tax return. This was the first filing season under the new tax legislation. You'll remember this from prior conversations about the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. And now that we have a completed return to review, we can start to evaluate what changes and identify planning opportunities before the end of 2026. Tax planning, it's an ongoing process, right? And looking back often helps us make better decisions going forward. Second, we'll discuss these new Trump accounts. For some families, particularly those with young kids or grandchildren, these new accounts could create some additional planning opportunities. And as with any new legislation, the goal isn't to simply assume they're going to be appropriate for everyone, but rather help determine where they'll fit strategically within your family's overall financial picture. And then finally, we'll take some time to review beneficiary designations and estate planning coordination with you. Life changes, family circumstances evolve, moves happen, and documents that were perfectly appropriate not too long ago, maybe years ago, sometimes deserve another look. So these reviews help to ensure that all the pieces of your financial life continue to work together. Look, summer often feels a little bit different, and I'm hoping you find some time to slow down, spend time with family, and enjoy the season. So here at Ariscard, we're doing very much the opposite of that. Behind the scenes, we're preparing for our review season with you, monitoring legislative developments, coordinating with the tax and legal pros where appropriate, and thinking carefully about the planning conversations that matter most to each of you. So thank you as always for the trust you place in us. It's a responsibility we will never take for granted. Looking forward to seeing many of you this fall. Until then, have a great summer. Enjoy the rest of it. It goes quick. And remember that if something comes up before our scheduled appointments, we're always here to help. Take care.